Hello, callers, and welcome to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with Julian Araujo, as FIFA has not authorized Barcelona's last-minute winter signing. Of course, this comes as a big blow as Barcelona were hoping after submitting their appeal, but unfortunately, FIFA have not accepted the appeal. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, as it has been reported that the Chelsea outcast wanted a January transfer to Barca, but La Liga rules stopped the move. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, before we get right into the full story, please do ensure to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. According to Roger Terrello of Mundo Deportivo, FIFA has not authorized the transfer of Julian Araujo from LA Galaxy to Barcelona after the Catalans were late in filing the paperwork on the January transfer deadline day. The Catalan Giants made a late swoop for the Mexican right-back on the winter window deadline day and managed to reach an agreement with the MLS club over a €4 million deal. The Blaugrana also agreed personal terms with the 21-year-old Araujo but missed the deadline to submit the requisite paperwork for the transfer by a mere 18 seconds. As a result, Araujo's transfer to Barcelona was put on hold, with the club turning to FIFA for a resolution on the matter. Both Barca and LA Galaxy were hopeful of a positive outcome from the matter, but things have not turned out as intended. FIFA have deemed that the signing of the Mexican defender was not completed according to the current rules and regulations, which means that the 21-year-old will not be joining Barcelona. The Catalans were planning to register Araujo as a Barca Athletic player and use him with the first team setup as and when needed following the deadline day exit of Hector Bellerin. But such a scenario will not materialize now as FIFA has not authorized the transfer. It will be interesting to see if Barcelona decide to revisit the operation in the summer transfer window. This is surely disappointing to the Barca staff, of course, sporting director Xavi Hernandez, and all the coolers out there, as Julian Araujo looked like the only player that Barca were supposed to sign in January, and just mere 18 seconds late for making or for completing the paperwork, Barcelona had to file that appeal to the FIFA for the committee to go through, and were putting their fingers crossed that FIFA will understand them for that situation. And of course, it later came out that FIFA have said no after reviewing the appeal. So Julian Araujo will not be joining the club as many people expected. And I think when the appeal was still there, when Barca were still trying to launch the appeal to FIFA, the player had not even returned to his training with his teammates in LA Galaxy, but he was training alone. He was training alone, still waiting that maybe things will surely happen. Then he would just fly to Barca to complete medicals and stuff like that. But it couldn't happen. It did not happen the way he was expecting. So talking about a natural right back as it stands, we don't have any available natural right back apart from Sergio Roberto, who is not available, who is not fit to play. And we see Jules Koundé now playing right back in most of the games. And I think Xavi continued to put Jules Koundé because Koundé is doing the job brilliantly, to be honest. I think there's no problem about Koundé playing right back. He has been doing so well. There's no problem. Solid, both offensively and defensively. He's good. And as a player who always talks to the media how his best position is playing as a center back, not a right back. But I think he's so versatile. Even in the France national team, we see Koundé playing both right back and center back. So there's no big deal in that. But nonetheless, Xavi wants a natural right back. We saw players like Hector Bellerin leaving on deadline day to Sporting Lisbon after a very dreadful, disappointing performance in his return to Barcelona, where he started as an academy player. And it was imperative for us to look for a natural right back, as you know, we don't have any of them right now. Roberto is out injured. So I think the summer transfer window might be a window where a right back must be the top priority alongside a defensive midfielder. So the question now is, will Barca revisit their interest in Julian Araujo? That's what many people are asking. After FIFA failed to give a go-ahead, will Barca revisit? I think Araujo will be praying so hard because Barca like that, they have countless links and players, and things might change from now to June. So nobody can say or nobody can tell what happens from now to June. And I think the player himself will be praying so hard that Barca should revisit his interest. Talking about players too, like Sofian Amrabat on deadline day, we spoke a lot about Amrabat, which a deal breakout is not work out on the very last minute on that deadline day. So I think Barca, I don't know if they will still go for those two players, but it's still a big question to be answered. Then on to the next story of discussion. According to Javi Miguel of AS, Chelsea striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang was keen on returning to Barcelona during the January transfer window. The 33-year-old striker signed for Barca exactly 1 year ago today, joining on a free transfer after his contract with Arsenal was terminated. He quickly became an important player at Camp Nou and played a key role in the Catalans finishing second in La Liga last season. But Barcelona were forced to sell Aubameyang to Chelsea in the summer windows due to their financial woes and the failed attempt to offload Memphis Depay. Since returning to London, the striker has struggled to perform, with things getting even more difficult for him once Graham Potter took over the reins. Aubameyang had some sort of a falling out with the Chelsea boss and was looking to leave the club during the winter window. With Barcelona managing to get rid of Depay by selling him to Atletico Madrid, there was a vacancy in the attacking unit at the club, and Aubameyang was keen on returning to Camp Nou just 6 months after leaving. The update from Javi Miguel states that manager Xavi Hernandez had also given a green light for the operation, while FIFA rules would have allowed the transfer as well. However, La Liga's regulation ended up scoopering the chances of a transfer. Having had to stay put at Chelsea, Aubameyang has now been asked from the club's UEFA Champions League squad for the knockout phase. Meanwhile, Barcelona did not sign any new forwards in the winter, while the attempt to land a new right-back in the form of Julian Araujo has also fallen through due to missed deadlines. Aubameyang's time at Chelsea have been so bad, and it's just a misery, to be honest. A guy who was playing, I think, so well for Barca for the 6 months he stayed, scoring goals, scoring a lot of goals in his very short spell at Barca. Going to Chelsea knowing fully well that Lewandowski have come and maybe the playing time will not be there. You can see that he's trying to even still come back to Barca, knowing fully well that Barca will still be better than Chelsea. I don't know what is behind the Chelsea number 9 shirt. Many we know about a bad history about strikers in Chelsea in recent years. Strikers in Chelsea have always have a very, very bad luck, especially those strikers that wear the 9 jersey. And here we see the same situation happen with Aubameyang, who have not even been included by Graham Potter to the Champions League squad. It's just something so heartbreaking for him. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.